Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn here, the Go Live Granny, and I'm going live again. I was live just now. I started a live, about 1:15, and I was doing some unboxing. And I was doing some unboxing of some things that had come from Amazon. And then there was a knock on the door, and there was another box to get. So first of all, I'm just going to share this broadcast. I don't think anybody's expecting me to come back on again straight away, and I'm just going to get the comments up on here. Hang on, I need to put the box down just a minute. So hello folks, those of you coming back in. Sorry I had to disappear from the hello Amanda. I disappeared from the live streaming I was just doing just now because another box came. So having just done opened two boxes on the previous live stream, I'm now wait a minute, let's see, hang on. So hello Kath, hello Janice, back in again. Some of you were in my broadcast that I just did just now, and I had to leave it really rather quick smart. So you know, for those of you watching in, we're live streaming here on Thursday the 24th of September 2020. It's about just after 2 o'clock. And there we go. Hello Zila, is that how you pronounce it? I'm just trying to get the, hang on, I'm just trying to get the comments up. Let's see, because I disappeared. I was doing the live stream, I was showing you all the things that had come, and now I then had to go and answer the door again, and of course it's raining, and the poor Amazon lady was standing outside in the rain. I couldn't talk to her on my doorbell because my phone is you know, I saw that there was somebody ringing on the door. I heard and I saw, and of course I couldn't reply to her because I was on the phone. So I had to look out the window and say, I'm coming. So I had to go down again. This is definitely, today, it is definitely a plan for me to get exercising again. You know, I had trouble with my legs earlier in the week. They were not working properly. And I deduced that it was probably lack of exercise, you know, because I hadn't been as active in the last couple of weeks as I had been over the summer. And so obviously the parcel people are in league, because I had one parcel that came and I went down the stairs and came up again. A few minutes later, another parcel came, I went downstairs and up again. And then, of course, I went on live to show you what those two parcels were. And another parcel came. So anybody guess whether it's garden related or craft related? This one is either garden related or craft related. Lots of you coming in there. Lovely to see some new people in. Let's go back. Not everybody's name is on the tablet there. So it only gives me some people on the tablet. So let's tell you who I can see coming in. So Amanda, Kath, Janice, Lorna. Lorna, if you're new here, I think you might be. Do say where you're coming in from. Hi, Kath and Amanda. Zila, Corey's in. Hello again. Rebecca is in again. Oh, Rebecca's in. Mags is here. Jackie's back in again. Hello, everybody. Karen's back in. Amanda's here. Lots of you coming in. Craft. You think it's craft related. What does anybody else think? So the previous two items, I will show you quickly what we had. So in the first one, we had a garden obelisk that I've got to put it together. I've got to fix it together. I don't know how well you can see it. Look, there's an obelisk there. And as I did show in the previous broadcast, hi everyone, my brother and my sister-in-law gave me this wonderful big tub for my birthday. And I'm going to put my honeysuckle in there and grow it up, the obelisk. And if that works, then I will buy obelisks or I'll put obelisks on my wish list for whenever, for the other 3 honeysuckles. So we had that. And then the next box was a scoreboard for doing craft work, paper craft work, and it's got a cutter on it. I was so excited. It's got a cutter and it opens out like this, and it's got a tool in here, and you score. There's ridges here, and you score paper down here, and there's an amazing amount of things that you can make with that. So that is what came in the last. That's what was on the last broadcast. So many of you are saying it's crafts. Let's have a look. And see what the comments are saying. So hi again, craft. Mag says craft. Amanda says craft. What do you say, Corrie? Do you think it's craft or do you think it's garden? Whichever it is, there's going to be some work involved for me. Well, I don't see it as work. I love my gardening and I love my crafting. So how can that be work? So there we go. Let's just let's see. Are we live here? So I'm always busy, Amanda. I'm going to be even more busy. So it is actually. It's not craft. No, it's not craft, this one. I'm going to be, yeah, very busy. I'll be busy, absolutely. It isn't craft. No, it's not craft, this one. It's garden. It's a garden. And if I'd have held the box up, if I'd have held it up this way, you might have been able to read what it said on the box. So I'm going to put it down. So I've opened it. I've undone the outer layer, and inside there are two more boxes. It's one of those. It's got two boxes inside a big box. I don't know if I can get them out without, whoops, hang on, let's see if I can get them out. Whoa, it's got to be kept up the right way. That might give you a clue as to what it is in the box. Whoops, hang on. I can't get them out. I might have to tip them just to get them out. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. How many hours in the day do you have? A few more. A few more. I've added a few in. I have a secret. I don't go to sleep. Hello, cat. Oh, my goodness. It's not... I can't get them out of the box. Wait a minute. Open the box. I can't open the box because I can't get them out. So here's one. Here's one. And here, I have so much cardboard. I must recycle all this cardboard. I must make it all into craft items. I do save the cardboard. I never throw it away. Must be plants. You're quite right, because it's got to be kept up this way. So there we go. And later in the week, there might be a few more plants. I ordered some other plant. These ones I ordered weeks ago, and I ordered them about 2 or 3 weeks before I went away, and then I suddenly realised that they hadn't dispatched them straight away, and they were going to arrive while I was away on holiday. So I rang them, and they held on to these, but the pansies had already been dispatched. So the pansies did arrive at my house, but because I've got the Ring doorbell where I can watch my door, who's at my door from wherever through my app on my phone, I was able to say when they delivered them, please could you take them to the neighbour? No, I don't think I've ordered the wallflowers yet, Kath. No, they're not. This one is Polyanthus high seas, and this one is Viola Valentino. They are winter flowering plants for the hanging, possibly for the hanging baskets. With I might put them in the pots. We got the pansies. I've got the pansies in. My brother looked after the pansies, and he watered them. Hang on, let's just open this up. Whoa. Look. Little plug plants, can you see? There we go. Let's take the packaging out. And they look okay. They look like they've survived their journey. Yeah, so these ones are the Polyanthus, okay? But I did order some from Amazon this week, and they're next year's they're plug plants to put in that will grow next year, border plants for next year, but you don't know what they are. They tell you there's a range of them, but they were cheap. They were like £11, £12 for 10 plants. And I thought that was quite good. And I thought, well, they don't even put labels on them. You have to they give you a bit of a guidance, but it's a sort of a lucky dip. So those will be coming later in the, I think they're being dispatched shortly. They do look like, yeah, that's why these ones have come. I like buying from the garden places. You know, sometimes when you buy in B&Q and things like that, the plants are not really healthy. And because we've got this wonderful GoLiveGranny garden now where everybody is enjoying it. Look, more packaging. There we go. They look quite healthy too. They don't dispatch at the end of the week because they don't want the plants kicking around in warehouses over the weekend. So you will watch, so you know, you saw it here first. You saw the plants arrive. You will watch the progress of the plants through the winter and into the, you know, and into the spring. Hi, Wendy, I'm back again. I had to run to the front door, Wendy. That's why I disappeared, because I had another parcel. So, yeah, lots of stuff to go on and do in the garden. But obviously the weather's not great at the moment, so I shall dip in and out of the garden. You've just bought spring bulbs for your pots. I've got lots of spring bulbs I was given, Amanda, because it was my 70th birthday. And loads of people gave me bulbs for my birthday because they know I like that. So hello, Heather Rose. Nice to see you. Anne-Marie has come in as well. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh. The winter, no, Kath's saying any winter pansies. The winter pansies were ordered at the same time as these, but they dispatched those quickly, but they arrived the day after I went on holiday. But as I say, I was able to talk to the delivery person through my Ring doorbell. That's a fantastic gadget. And I was able to talk to the postie, and the postie took them to my neighbour next door. So I then rang my neighbour next door and said, can you open them up and water them? Because obviously if I was away for 2 weeks, they were going to be dead by the time I got back. So she said, I'll try, but I'm not good with plants. So I said, okay. Then I rang my brother and said, because he was keeping an eye on my flat. He's great. He pops in and sees me, makes sure I'm okay. But when I'm not here, he keeps an eye on the flat. And he went and collected them from her. Then he took them home to his garden, and he watered them for me for the 2 weeks while I was away. And then he came back and put them in the garden. I planted them, I think, a couple of days later, but I stood them in the garden, and then this huge, some of you saw it, this huge fat slug decided to make his bed in the middle of the pansies. But I think I might have lost one pansy, I'm not sure, but the rest were so healthy that they survived. You're learning lots of garden tips through my broadcast, and I'm learning a lot from my daughter. Funnily enough, she never was interested when I did gardening before, but I'd never done massive gardening. I've enjoyed gardening, but I've always stuck to the same sort of plants because I knew them. And she has developed a garden this year, and she's in an area where they're all doing plant swaps, and she's had so many plants, and she's taken pictures of plants and asked people what they were. And sorry, I'm just scrolling up because the oh, you remember? Yeah. And she gave me a buddleia cutting that I brought back from her place. She would have given me more plants, but because I was coming on the boat and on the bus, she was giving me a lift to Southampton, but I had to then get home from the ferry, and so she couldn't give me any more plants because I was already loaded up. But she's now teaching me about a lot of plants, so I want to get more adventurous and learn about more plants, and I want more shrubs and things, so that I'm not having to change the whole lot all the time. Plant swap's a brilliant idea. They're using a Facebook page over there, Kath, in their area. They're using a Facebook page. There is one on the island where they were doing swaps, but people had to go and get the swaps and put the swaps there. And of course, I haven't been travelling about, so I didn't do any of that. So most of mine have come as plug plants this time. But going forward, I'm more than happy to try and do cuttings and all that sort of thing, keeping the cost down. Yeah, I saw there was a plant identifier app. Absolutely, it's amazing, isn't it? You just take a picture of the plant and it tells you what it is. How incredible is that? Which will be good when this set that I ordered from Amazon. I ordered them from Amazon, but they are coming from one of the garden centre places that I actually order from anyway. I was a bit dubious about ordering from Amazon, and then I realised that they actually were one of the. I think that. No, they're not coming. I was thinking they might be coming from one of the places I'm an affiliate for separately from Amazon, but they're not. That was another company. I'm looking forward. I want that garden to be lovely, but obviously I'm not going to be spending hours and hours out there because the weather's not so great. So I'm going to have to dip in and dip out. The great thing about now is I don't have to water the plants because it's rained beautifully and it's filled the water butt up. We've got lots. My brother's been very instrumental in helping me get loads of bottles of water for when the water butt is empty, because you need the app. Yeah, it's great. Because of course, you know, I've got one water butt fixed in. I've got another water butt that's waiting for somebody to fix it. And of course, when when we have very dry spells, the water butt gets empty. So what I tend to do is empty the water butt into the plastic milk cartons, and save all that. We harvest all that water and then let the water butt fill up again. And of course, it's filled up again today, which is great. You know, we're very much into making sure we save water, especially, I mean, even more so, first of all, for being eco-friendly for the planet, but also we're on water meters as well here. And I don't know if everybody is now, but we certainly are. Hello, Adask. You can just, that's right, you can get the app on your phone. There we go. So yes, so my brother, I've got plenty of space. I've got hair in my mouth. Round the back by my garage, there's an area where we can just put all those bottles down, and so every time he comes, he brings more cartons of milk bottle cartons. So we're not short of all those milk cartons, but we're just recycling them all the time and recycling the water. And this morning I had a bath. I usually shower. Don't get me wrong. I don't not wash, but I only usually have one bath a week, and I have a lovely long soak. The rest of the time I shower. So when I bath, I bail the water. I save the water, harvest the water, and reuse it. And then I even put a bucket in the shower when I'm in the shower and harvest some of the shower water, just to be eco-friendly and to save the pennies as well. You know what they say, Lynn? No such thing as the wrong weather, just the wrong. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. It's really interesting. Even if they don't have a garden, you see plants out on walks and sometimes wonder what. Absolutely, yes. It is amazing. I tell you what, Mags, that's just reminded me. That was one thing I really missed. And when I went out recently, because I had to go down into town for something, I'm actually staying in at home again now because of all the issues around what's going on in the world. And I'm doing all my shopping online, as you can tell, because I keep getting boxes at the door. That's good for my... Where I'm not going down into town and walking around, now every time I have to run up and down stairs to get the boxes, it's actually getting me the exercise again. But what was I going to say? But what I noticed the other day when I walked back from town, I was looking in all the gardens, and I hadn't realised I'd missed doing that in all the time I was in lockdown. But of course, instead of that, I was developing my own garden here. So I wasn't missing gardens, but I was missing looking in other people's gardens, because I do love looking at all the garden. I love it when there's a little plant that creeps out of, it's growing where it shouldn't do, through the crack in the wall or something like that. Lots of fun. When you moved to Alabama, you had no clue what some of the plants are. Never mind, but there's always people who will help you, Courtney. And as I say, I mean, what my daughter was doing, I think she's got the app now, but what she was doing, because I used to do lots of gardening when they were smaller, she thought I knew all there was to know about gardening. And of course, she very soon found out I didn't, because she kept sending me plants to identify, and I didn't know what they were. And then she's got far more gardening knowledge about plants than I have. But good old Google, good old garden, social media, and good old apps that tell you on the phone. Hello, Meteor. So, there's so many ways of learning. And of course, in this group, it's fantastic because, we all exchange knowledge in this group, whether it's crafting knowledge, which is what a lot of us are interested in, or whether it's gardening knowledge or whatever it is. We all help each other out. And I've had a notification from Adrian this morning. He said it's National Wool Week. It's actually National Shetland Wool Week coming up. So I don't know if any of you people knew that. And there's a free pattern that he's put into the GoLiveGranny community group. That there's a free knitting pattern in there for things that you can make if you want to support national Shetland Wool Week. So there we go. So it's all, you know, so many things to learn, so many new things. So I am going to finish up in a minute, because if I stay on live stream all afternoon, I won't get any crafting done. I won't get my plants out and see whether they need to go straight in or whether I need to nurture them before they go. I've forgotten whether you've got to nurture them or whether you put them straight in the garden. I need to read the instructions, and the instructions were there somewhere in the box. So there we go. You have some lovely ripe red peppers on your plants this week. My peppers never did anything very much. Actually, the first set of pepper plants didn't do anything. The second lot sort of started to do something, and then I was away, and they actually didn't survive. I did have people watering the garden, but you know, I think there were just hot spells and things, and it was difficult, and they didn't actually do anything. And you know, it is what it is. I've got some tomatoes. I haven't harvested red tomatoes yet. I've harvested cucumbers and all sorts of other things from my garden, but not red tomatoes. They're all still green, but they're just starting to go red. So I'm hoping that they will go red this week. Oh, I think somebody said you could take them in. I always thought if you took them off the plant when they were green, they didn't go red, but I think that might be wrong. You're currently knitting squares for a throw. Lovely, Amanda. And you're a quick knitter, aren't you? So you've been doing loads of stuff. There we go. There we go. Lots of vines you have, do you? All right, that sounds interesting. Hello, Heather, back in. I came back on. I think you were in the previous broadcast, weren't you, Heather? And I had to run to the door because another parcel came. And this time I've been opening plants, live plants. So I'm going to go and nurture my plants. I'm going to hope for that very fat slug who visited my pansies the other day is still over the road on the blackberry bush, because I thought he'd much rather go and eat, go over on the blackberry bush across the road. So I took him over there. I took him on an outing and gave him a ride over to the blackberry bush. So hopefully we stay there. Okay, Amanda, don't worry. Just come in whenever you can. It's nice to have you in when you can make it, but I know that life happens and people can't always make it. Lovely to have you whenever you can come and to catch up. Anyway, folks, I'm going to finish up now. I'm going to finish my cup of coffee. I'm going to tidy up. I've now got cardboard boxes all round me here, and unless I move those, I'm going to, get buried in a cardboard mountain. Yes, a cardboard mountain. So there we go. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And I will update you on how I'm getting on. It might be at 10 o'clock tonight. I might do an earlier broadcast, depending on how I get on. So, what do I do first? Do I do the plants? Do I do the crafting? Who knows? I've got to go and make. I've got decisions to make. Decisions. And at some stage, I might have to have some lunch, a late lunch, because I had a late breakfast. So, and on top of everything else, I've got a lot of windfalls my brother gave me, windfall apples, and they need stewing up as well. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for all the interaction, people joining in and chatting with each other and catching up. And yes, see you later. Unless I get too tired and fall asleep. I've got no time to sleep. I've got too much to do. Snails find their way home. Snails, yeah, I did have one or two snails, but this was an enormous slug. And some members of the community saw it because I took a picture of it. It was enormous. See you if I haven't fallen asleep after my shenanigans. Absolutely. See you all later. Absolutely. Are they the story sack things arriving? No, Carol, they're not. These are, let me just tell you quickly, I had a scoreboard for doing some craft work, an obelisk for going in a pot in the garden to train one of my honeysuckles up, and some live plants. My plants arrived. Look, there we go. Some live plants. So there we go. So Carol, you need lunch too. Carol, I did 2 broadcasts. I was doing the broadcast for the obelisk and the scoreboard, and I'd almost finished the broadcast when there was another knock on the door, and it was another parcel, and it was the live plants. So it was 2. If you want to catch up, there's 2 broadcasts to watch, this one and the other one. Love you all. I'm off now for lunch, and then some crafting and some gardening whichever. I'll end up crafting flowers, won't I? That's a way of doing it both together. Okie dokes, folks. Love you lots. See you soon. Bye. Whoops, wrong camera.